welcome to Unisys Weekly Fundamental Analysis. First of all, as usual, we're looking to the dollar. So, the US dollar index maintained a volatile upward pattern. This week, the US index rose around 77.8 points or 0.85% to a 3-month high. So, factors such as high US bond yields, the positive situation of the US epidemic, and the optimistic remarks made by the federal officials have supported the US dollar. In the context of the strengthening of the US dollar, other non-US varieties show varying degrees of decline. So next week, the US market will usher in the March non-agricultural employment report. And in addition, investors should also pay attention to the spread of the epidemic and the latest situation of vaccine promotion. So next we will interpret the trends of several major products in the foreign exchange market this week in order to better grasp the future market conditions. So next we'll look into the euro. So the euro against the dollar fluctuated back this week. The severe epidemic situation in Europe, the turbulent political solution, and the European Central Bank's debt purchase measures put downward pressure on the euro. So the epidemic situation in Europe is grim. According to data released by the European Office of the World Health Organization on March 18, the number of new COVID-19 infections in Europe has been on the rise for 3 consecutive weeks. Situation in Europe, the European Central Bank's acceleration of debt purchases is not conducive to the euro. Besides, they also fulfilled its promise to speed up its bond purchase in response to the threat of rising bond yields to the economy. And lastly, the European Central Bank's net settlement of debt purchases rose 21.1 billion euros, is around 25.2 billion US dollar last week, the most since the beginning of December last year. And next we'll look into the pound. So the pound against dollar fluctuated and fell back this week, suppressed by the broad US dollar strength. The British Prime Minister warned that the UK could not escape the third wave of epidemic, which would harm the British pound. According to the British media report on 23rd of March, British Prime Minister Johnson stated that based on past experience, the third wave of epidemics in Europe will affect the UK. At the same time, the euro is considering stopping the export of vaccines to the UK. And lastly, we look into the gold. The fall in gold prices was mainly affected by the following factors. First of all, the US bond yields continue to remain high, which weakens the attractiveness of non-interest bearing asset gold prices and is detrimental to gold prices. The situation in the US is improving, but the global epidemic situation is severe, which pushes up the dollar and is not conducive to gold prices. So in addition, some emerging market countries, central bank hikes, Biden's infrastructure plan expectations, and federal officials' optimistic comments on the economy have all put pressure on gold prices. Okay, so lastly, so there'll be the upcoming forex calendar for next week, and also we have to take note of the NFP. So friends, as usual, please set your stop loss point, as whenever there's news, the volatility is high. So that's all today. Thanks for watching.